Have you ever felt like something changed within you, but at the same time, it seems like your spiritual journey has stagnated? Maybe the insights that once came so clearly are now more subtle, or that intense feeling of transformation has faded. You may even be wondering, has my awakening ended? And what do I do now? If this resonates with you, don't worry. Spiritual awakening is not the end, but the beginning of something much bigger. In this video, I'll show you 7 clear signs that your spiritual awakening is over, and more importantly, what that means for your next step. Because now is the time to act, to use what you've learned, and to manifest your full potential. If you feel that something is changing, that the universe is pushing you towards something greater, then this video is for you. Let's unravel the signs together and understand how to move forward. The world teaches that awakening is the final destination, that when you wake up, you've arrived. But that is the greatest lie. The true reason for awakening is not just to see the truth, but to become the truth, to embody what you've learned, stop seeking, and start living your purpose. Do you remember when you first awakened? Everything seemed new, different. You questioned everything, felt disconnected from old habits, from people who didn't understand you, from a society that seemed to be sleeping. You sought answers, devoured knowledge, immersed yourself in deep teachings. It was necessary. But now, it's time to go beyond. You are at a crossroads. You can't stay in the same place forever. Awakening is not an infinite cycle of learning. It is a portal to something greater, your divine mission. And this is where many get stuck, thinking something is still missing, that they need one more sign, one more push. But the truth is, you already have everything you need. Awakening was not made to be comfortable. It was made to shake you, break you, and rebuild you into the person you were always meant to be. Now tell me, do you accept this? Are you ready to stop consuming knowledge and start creating? To stop waiting and start acting? Because you were not awakened just to know the truth. You were awakened to make a difference in the world. The universe is waiting for you to take your power. But no one can do it for you. No guide, no angel, no master can walk through that door in your place. You need to choose. And you need to choose now, because the world needs you, not later. Not when you feel ready. Now, each passing day is an opportunity to use your gifts, your light, your knowledge to impact the world. So, what happens when your awakening is over? You become the truth you discovered. You stop just talking about energy and begin to command it. You don't just see beyond illusions, but walk through this world unaffected by them, unshaken, aligned with your purpose. And if you're still here, listening to this message, it's because your time has come. You are being called to the next phase. But how can you be absolutely sure that your awakening is over? How do you know that you're not just still awakening, but that you have fully awakened? Here are the 7 undeniable signs that you've made it. Are you ready to recognize them? Something has changed. You no longer feel separate from the world, like you're on the outside looking in. You stopped searching for answers in signs or synchronicities because you realize that everything is already inside you. You and the universe are the same thing, and this understanding changes everything. Before, you sought proof that you were on the right path. Now, you simply know. There's no more fear, no more doubt. You feel the energy of life flowing through you. You look at nature, the stars, the people, and realize that everything is connected. There's no longer the feeling of me against the world. You are part of something bigger and at last feel at home. And do you know what happens when you understand this? You find peace. You stop resisting what happens. You stop fighting against life. Instead, you flow with it. This doesn't mean the challenges disappear, but now you face them differently. You no longer ask, why is this happening to me? But instead, what can this teach me? That's the difference between those who are still searching and those who have already awakened. Many people go through life feeling lost, not knowing where to go. But you who have come this far have realized a deep truth. Separation never existed. It was just a trick of the mind. And now that this illusion has dissolved, everything has changed. You don't need to chase anything. What's yours comes to you. You attract instead of chase, align instead of force. Everything you need is already within you. This is just the beginning. Now that you know you are not separate from anything, what does this mean? It means you have power over your reality. Your thoughts, your energy, your actions shape the world around you. Are you ready to take that power? Then let's move on to the next sign. Before your awakening, you doubted yourself all the time. You sought advice, asked for others' opinions, tried to find certainty outside of yourself. But now, something has changed. You no longer need external approval because you trust your intuition. Before, your intuition was just a whisper, something you ignored or questioned. Now it's as clear as a bell ringing. You feel it, and you just know. When something doesn't feel right, you listen to that warning. When an opportunity arises, but something inside you says not to follow it, you respect that feeling. You no longer hesitate. You trust. This happened because you realized that logic has its limits. The mind can be deceived, manipulated, full of doubts. But your intuition? It comes from your deepest self, from your spirit. It's pure knowledge that doesn't need explanation. You learned this the hard way. Whenever you ignored your intuition, things went wrong. But when you trusted it, everything fell into place. Now there's no more doubt. And when you trust yourself, everything flows more easily. Fear disappears. Hesitation vanishes. You no longer get stuck in indecisions, asking 1,000 people what to do. You feel and you act. This doesn't mean your path will always be easy, but it means you know you're on the right path. Your intuition is your map, and you finally learned how to follow it. This is one of the greatest signs that your awakening is complete. You no longer look for answers outside yourself because you've become the answer. You trust yourself completely, without fear, without doubt. And because of this, you're ready to step into your power. Now, let's move to the next sign, because it will show you how much you've truly changed. Are you ready to continue? Have you noticed how we spend our lives trying to prove our worth, wanting to impress others, gain status, accumulate things? But there comes a moment when all of that loses the weight it once had. True success is not in what you have, but in who you are. True wealth is having peace. True fulfillment comes from within. The whole world revolves around materialism, the ego, and never-ending desires. But you, who have awakened, see beyond that. You've stepped out of this game and now understand what really matters. Your energy is no longer tied to seeking approval or chasing after things that don't nourish your soul. Now, you can focus on what truly holds meaning. This is one of the clearest signs that your spiritual awakening is complete. You are no longer controlled by material desires. You move with purpose. You act with wisdom. You live with abundance, but without attachment. And because you've made this transformation, your energy is now free to grow, expand, and truly make a difference. Before, you may have believed that success meant money, status, material possessions. That's what they taught us all. That we would only be happy if we had more, achieved more. But now you know the truth. It's not about rejecting the material world or living without comfort. The difference is that these things no longer define who you are. You no longer measure your life by what you own, but by what you feel, by the impact you make, by alignment with who you truly are. Your focus has shifted. You no longer seek to accumulate, but to live with purpose. You no longer want just external success. You want success that resonates with your soul. Before, you might have made decisions based on what would bring more money, more recognition. Now you ask, does this help me grow? Does this allow me to serve? Does this align with my purpose? This detachment brings immense freedom. The fear of losing, of not having enough, of falling behind. All of that disappears. You trust that the universe will always provide what is needed. And more importantly, you understand that abundance is not about accumulation, but about the ability to share, to contribute, to use what you have in a conscious and meaningful way. Money, status, material possessions cease to be an end and become merely tools for something greater. Another clear sign of your awakening is that loneliness no longer scares you. Before, being alone might have seemed uncomfortable, even sad. Silence might have brought restlessness. You sought distractions, anything to avoid being alone with your thoughts. But now, everything has changed. You've embraced solitude, and within it, you've found peace. You no longer need company all the time, nor external validation to feel good. You discovered something powerful. Your own presence is enough. Solitude doesn't mean being alone. It means having a space where your soul breathes, where you reconnect with your essence, where you find clarity. This understanding changes how you relate to others. Before, you might have endured toxic relationships, forced interactions, or maintained connections out of fear of being alone. Now, no more. You protect your peace. You don't engage in empty conversations. You don't force yourself to be where you don't want to be. You prefer your own company to being surrounded by people who don't add to your life. And the most incredible part? This doesn't mean you reject connections. On the contrary, you value relationships more than ever. But now, you choose with more wisdom. You no longer seek company out of need or lack. Anyone who enters your life now needs to add, not drain your energy. You feel complete on your own. When you reach this level of awareness, something changes in your presence. You radiate calm, confidence. People feel your peace, even if they don't exactly understand where it comes from. Because the truth is that most people still fear silence, fear being alone with themselves. They need constant distractions, but not you. You found something within yourself that's far more valuable than anything out there. And that, my friend, is one of the greatest achievements anyone can have. Have you noticed how, suddenly, people start to feel drawn to you? As if you have a special light that makes strangers open up, friends seek advice, and even those who doubted you now want to be around you. This happens because your energy has shifted. Your spiritual awakening is complete, and now you've become a beacon of light. You don't need to chase anyone. You don't need to prove anything. Your presence already says it all. People feel your peace, your calm confidence, your wisdom. And even though they can't always explain it, they know there's something different about you. Some will come to you for comfort, others because they're ready to grow, and some simply because they feel something special in your energy. But not everyone will be ready to follow this path. And that's okay. The most important thing is that you've learned to protect your energy. You know that you can't carry the weight of others, and that your light isn't meant to be wasted on those who aren't ready to receive it. You've become a key player in a greater plan, placed in situations and alongside people who need exactly what you have to offer. This is not a burden, it's a gift. Your role is simply to be who you are, and the universe will take care of the rest. As you grow, your circle may shrink, but the connections become deeper and more meaningful. You're no longer lost or disconnected. Now you're the one who guides, who inspires, who illuminates. You're not just receiving light, you've become the source of it. And with this awakening comes another powerful gift, the ability to see beyond illusions. Before, you accepted everything that was told to you, believed in what society taught, trusted the rules imposed. But now, the veils have fallen. You question everything, not out of distrust, but out of wisdom. Your intuition is sharp, and when something doesn't seem right, you feel it immediately. This doesn't only apply to people. You see the world differently. You notice how many live trapped in a system designed to keep them distracted, busy with things that have no real value. You see how fear is used to control, fear of loss, of failure, of judgment. But you no longer operate by fear. You know it's just a tool used to prevent people from seeing their true power. And that's exactly what makes you untouchable. You don't get swayed by trends, by other people's opinions, by empty promises. You choose with awareness, live with purpose, align with the truth. And because of that, nothing can stop you. Your spiritual awakening has not only changed your life, it has transformed you into someone free. And now that you've come this far, you're ready for the next step. What comes next will be even greater. Are you prepared? Your spiritual awakening is complete. You've overcome the illusions, learned to see the truth, and now your path is clear. But there's one final sign that confirms you've truly awakened. You feel a strong calling to fulfill your mission. There was a time when you asked yourself, "What is my purpose?" You sought answers, tried to understand your role in the world. But now, there's no more doubt. Something within you pushes you forward. An uncontrollable force tells you that the time to act has come. This calling is not subtle. It can't be ignored. You feel it in your thoughts, in your emotions, in every part of your being. You wake up with the feeling that you need to do something greater. You feel that you need to move in the direction of what truly matters. What once seemed like distraction no longer makes sense. Empty conversations, purposeless entertainment, old habits, none of that holds your attention anymore. You know you were born for something big. This calling can manifest in many forms. Perhaps you feel the urge to teach, heal, guide people. Maybe your mission is to create something new, lead, inspire. Maybe you realize that you need to step out of your comfort zone and dive into the unknown, trusting that the universe will take care of the rest. What matters is that now you can no longer pretend you don't know. You can't silence that voice inside you anymore. And the best part? You're ready. Before, taking on this responsibility might have scared you. You might have asked yourself, "Can I do this?" But now, fear is gone. You may not know all the details of the path, but you know you must move forward. The universe has prepared you for this. Everything you've lived through, every challenge, every lesson was preparation. Now is the time to act. Your awakening was never the end of the journey, it was only the beginning. Now that you see the truth, feel the change, you need to use this power. You didn't awaken just to exist, but to transform, to create, manifest, and influence the world around you. What does it mean to use your powers? It means embracing your purpose without fear. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop asking yourself if you're ready. Because the truth is, you always have been. Every experience has prepared you for this moment. Now, you can no longer afford to think small. Your words, your thoughts, your energy, all of it shapes reality. Every intention, every belief, every vibration you send creates an impact on the world. So, how to start? First, embrace your energy. Stop wasting it on fear or distractions. Speak with purpose, act with clarity, visualize your future with certainty. The universe doesn't respond to doubt, but to confidence. Second, protect your frequency. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. But you can't allow negative energies to pull you back. Distance yourself from what doesn't resonate with your higher self. Choose with awareness what you think, feel, and live. Third, use your voice. The world is waking up, and your light is needed. Whether teaching, creating, inspiring, or leading, now is the time to act. Don't fear judgment. Don't freeze up with, "What if I fail?" The universe supports you when you take the first step. And finally, trust yourself. You already have the signs, the knowledge, everything you need inside you. The only thing missing is belief. Because the truth is, if you don't claim your power, the world will lose out. There are people who need your light. Lives will change simply because you had the courage to shine. So, the wait is over. The next phase of your journey begins now. Stand up, speak, move forward. The world needs you.